Servus liebe Leute, ich bin's, der Moritz von Low Ready Media auf der IWA 2019 am Stand von UMAREX mit dem Christian. Christian, grüß dich.
Hi, grüß dich.
Christian, letztes Jahr waren es noch Container, heute komme ich hier hin, wir gucken uns um und ich fühle mich so ein bisschen wie auf Kriegers für Erwachsene. Ich lese so Themen Action, Explore. Was ist das Konzept dahinter?
Genau, das ist ein neues Konzept.
Moin, ich habe gehört, die IWA findet doch statt.
Moin Moritz, wir haben auf dich gewartet. Hier ist dein Ticket von UMAREX und dein T-Shirt von UMAREX.
Alles klar.
Gute Geschäfte.
Vielen Dank. Chef.
Tschüss.
Und dann. UMAREX, the world's largest manufacturer of over-the-counter firearm replicas, took matters into their own hands and brought IWA 2021 back to Nuremberg exclusively for you. So come with me if you want to learn about all their new products and take a look at the biggest booth of the show. Let's go. At IWA 2021, exclusively by UMAREX, I'm standing here with Dom. Dom, thanks for having me.
Welcome, Moritz.
And together we are going to kick off the airsoft portion of our video series. And we are going to start off with a true highlight, I might say. Dom, what do we have here?
Here we have our first product. It's the Heckler & Koch MG4 as an AEG airsoft.
So when you say, for those who might not know, what does AEG stand for?
Automatic electric gun.
So we're talking about a light machine gun that can actually shoot, for our German viewers, in full auto.
Correct. Also for the other countries, we have the possibility to shoot full auto. As the original, we have a two-position grip with two functions, safe and full auto.
So Dom, what are the features you guys took care of to make this one as close to the real steel counterpart as possible?
Of course, as you can see, we have an original scale model.
And it's also heavy.
It's heavy, pretty heavy. We're talking about 4.2 kilograms.
That's solid.
You can see the box mag in the front. We're talking about a filling of 4,000 shots.
4,000, all right.
But also you can use the whole gun without the box mag. You have another little mag on top.
When you say little, you don't mean little, right?
No, not really.
I can see because you're smiling.
950 shots.
So this is basically 1,000 plus 4,000.
Correct.
So in order for you guys to see this, Dom, please give us a rundown. How does the internal magazine actually work?
On top you have this little slide. You pull it back and then you can fill up to 950 BBs. Push there, magazine is closed and you can use it.
So it's 1,000 plus 4,000. So what battery pack did you guys need to use, or what battery pack are you guys using in order to shoot this many bullets?
We recommend a LiPo battery pack.
So this gun is LiPo ready.
Correct.
All right, so it's 4,000, it's LiPo ready. What are the other features of the gun?
Of course, we have a foldable carry handle.
Just like the real deal.
Here you can adjust the shoot up. And of course, the stock is fully foldable.
And you guys have this awesome bipod, which can actually, hold on, we're gonna muzzle the entire camera crew. Which can actually be folded inside the handguard.
Of course, if you don't need it, just fold it into the handguard.
And suddenly it's a subcompact light machine gun. I'm just kidding. So you crazy people at UMAREX, you actually did it. You developed the first prototype of the MG4
Correct.
by Heckler & Koch with original markings, everything that makes the collector's heart beat faster
And this is not the only highlight we are going to present you here at IWA 2021, exclusively by UMAREX. So for all precision shooting airsoft enthusiasts, UMAREX has got you covered. Dom, show us what you got.
Here we have the Heckler & Koch PSG-1 as a gas blowback airsoft.
With original markings.
Correct.
You guys actually achieved the ultimate goal of being as close as possible to the real steel. So you actually managed that all those screws that made the PSG-1 so famous because you could adjust it to the needs of the shooter, you actually also made this work on an airsoft level.
Yeah, of course. And as you can see, it's an original scale model. And it's pretty heavy. We're talking about 5.2 kilograms.
So there's a rail on top. It sits right above the forward assist button. What is the energy we're talking about?
We're talking about 1 joule. And on top you have this little rail. You can screw it off and mount the original scope.
If you're able to afford it. The original scope, that's pretty expensive stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, all the things that are adjustable in the real steel version are also adjustable in this airsoft model. So we're not only talking about the adjustable cheek piece or the adjustable grip, we are also talking about, look at this, an adjustable trigger. Dom, one very specific thing about the PSG-1 as well as about the MP5 is that it's not an open bolt system.
Correct.
So you can actually, after you fire your last shot, the bolt doesn't stay open automatically. But for the airsoft segment, there are some situations where you actually, for cleaning purposes, or if you have to do something with the mechanics, you might run into a situation where you actually need to dry fire.
Correct. It's the same on the airsoft version like on the real steel version, but to avoid problems with that, we just take out the magazine and show it. Of course, we managed to pull off a mechanic that allows you to dry fire.
All right, and sits right within the magazine.
Correct.
Guys, there you have it for all your airsoft precision needs. And if you have this retro tendency for retro beauties, such as the PSG-1, UMAREX got you covered as well. So welcome back to the Heckler & Koch days here live at IWA 2021, exclusively by UMAREX. I'm just kidding. We are still in the airsoft world, which is called action here at UMAREX. And we're talking about the new Mp5. Dom.
Here we have our new Mp5 A3 in version 2. This model is the German version. In the export version, we will have, of course, a 4-position grip, which means we have safe, single shot, burst, and full auto.
And full auto. So this is the German model. Of course, it has only safe and semi-fire. But it has all the features that make the Mp5 so iconic. So we are talking about the true to the original sights and the original banana magazine that holds 30 BBs. And with this model, we have this iconic sliding stock, which makes it a lot more compact. And we have the cocking lever, which transforms everyone who owns it into a 90 action hero movie star. And by the way, I just found out this is really high quality polymer. It's really true to the original, and this is also full metal.
Yeah, this is a steel stamping body, and we have a weight of 2,890 grams.
Guys, there you have it, the new H&K Mp5 gas blowback by UMAREX. If you are an airsoft player who needs a backup gun for his backup gun, then UMAREX got you covered with the new Smith & Wesson Mp5 A3.
Here we have a 14 rounds gas blowback pistol. As you can see, it's pretty similar to the real steel version.
It even has the original markings of the true real steel caliber on top, look at here. And it has all the relevant markings, which makes it also very interesting for collectors. So these are the medium size, I believe. And you can see it's also ambidextrous, right? So you can see slide release button on the right, on the left as well. So what is the energy we're talking about here?
We're talking here about 1 joule, and the whole gun has a weight of 569 grams.
So also here it's pretty close to the original. Look at this, that's a short rail.
Yeah.
And it even has the magazine with where you can actually, because it's a subcompact gun, that actually has this space to fit your pinky on top of it, right? So, all in all, if you need a backup gun or a collector's item for the new Smith & Wesson Mp5 A3, UMAREX might just have the thing for you. And now we are talking about revolvers, more specifically the Elite Force Hater Gen 2.
Yeah, of course. We have a CO2 powered revolver here. We're talking about round about 1 joule.
All right.
It comes with 2 magazines, and the magazines will have a capacity of 10 shots, 10 rounds.
And it looks like this. It fits 10 rounds, and you can just insert them like this, and then you snap that, and then you're ready to go. The CO2 capsule is in the grip, I suppose?
Correct.
Maybe you show us how this works.
You can take on the left side the grip off and have integrated the hex key to screw in the CO2 capsule.
And it has fiberglass optics.
Yeah, of course. As the first version too.
And it looks like this. It has the rail on top and below here. Why did you guys go with 1 joule energy?
1 joule is the most accepted energy on airsoft playgrounds.
So if you look for something out of the ordinary, look no more, because now you can get the new Elite Force Hater Gen 2 in white. Still talking about airsoft, now talking about maybe one of the most iconic Italian handguns in the world. We're talking about the Beretta M9a3 Fm.
For full metal.
FM for full metal. We have it here in FDE and in all black finish. And same as with almost all your products, now you have the original caliber of the real steel version here written on the slide. And of course, if we turn it around, you have all the original markings on the slide and here also on the grip. You have the original safety, which operates just like the original.
Ambidextrous, correct?
It is a full steel version of this handgun, so it's pretty heavy. How heavy is it?
We're talking about 1,065 grams.
So this is already pretty close to the original. It's a threaded barrel.
Correct. 40 millimeters left-handed thread. And not to forget, we have a 22 rounds CO2 powered magazine.
You can see it here, but where does the CO2 go?
On the bottom.
And you can see that here. And while handling it, you can see also, and I'm going to show it to the camera, look at this checkering here at the back and in front of the grip. And it really comes with all the features just like the real steel model. So it's also very interesting for collectors, just as you have to say almost all your products nowadays. Yeah. So to finish up, what energy levels are we talking about?
We're talking about 1.3 joules.
And there you have it, the new Beretta M9a3 Fm, which stands for full metal in FDE finish and all black finish. And for all your revolver, or rather retro revolver enthusiasts, UMAREX got you covered. Dom, show us.
Here we have the Smith & Wesson M9 and then in the 8/3/8 inch version. Also we have it in 6.5 inch. And of course you got the short one.
Of course.
3-inch version.
I think it was featured in a popular movie. Can't remember the name though. But as always, besides the high gloss finish, the original markings, you have my favorite feature. It is actually these 6mm cartridges that you can put a 6mm BB into it.
Yeah.
And then you can load it just like the real deal. So if you want to, maybe if you want to practice dry firing at home, you can do all those little movements. You can do unloading, reloading, right? And in order not to be as slow as I am, you guys also have a speed loader, right?
Correct.
So if you compare it to the 4.5mm version, it's actually, you can see it, it's a rather bigger hole in the cartridge, but also look at the barrel. That makes it, I think this might actually make this model even more interesting for collectors, because even the barrel is more close to the original.
Yes.
Besides that, you got actually adjustable sights.
Correct.
You can see it on top and in there. And of course, besides the high gloss finishing, you have the original markings, right? On the system, you have it on the grip, and even on the barrel. Let me try the trigger. There goes double action. And there goes single action. I actually visited your company and you guys invited me to shoot those. They are really fun to shoot, I must say. Dom, when I think of airsoft guns, there's always a feature where you can actually adjust the spin of the bullet, but that's a revolver. So how did you guys do that?
That's correct. On top of the barrel, we have a little hole where we can adjust the shoot up to
All right.
let the BB rotate backwards. And also what we forgot is a cool feature. We built the CO2 piercing tool directly into the grip.
I don't believe you.
Of course.
Now you have the short barrel.
Of course, you can take off the left side of the grip. And there you find the hex key to screw in your CO2 capsule.
All right, it's the M29 airsoft version. You also have a 4.5 BB version. You guys can figure out which version you want, whether it's 4.5 or 6mm. Also, you get 3 different barrel lengths. And look at it, it's a beauty. I think I'm gonna take this one with me. Thank you, Dom, for presenting the M29. And we get to the final highlight of UMAREX Action World. It's also a revolver. It is pretty much the dream of every 90s action hero, or at least action movie fan. Show us, Dominic, what do we have here?
Here we have the Smith & Wesson 629 in a 5-inch version. And now you get the big gun in the 6.5 version.
So I think this also smells like palm tree and coconut oil, but let's talk about the high gloss finish. So you have the markings on the barrel, on the system, and also, look at this, on the grip, which are actually made of rubber. So it points and shoots very well. I've actually had the opportunity to shoot those and try those at your company. What energy levels are we talking about?
Here we're talking about 3 joules.
3 joules, that's a lot of juice, but it's also CO2 powered, and it's also in the grip. Would you mind showing us?
We have on the left side a possibility to take off the grip. There you have the hex key, which allows you to screw in a CO2 capsule without additionally tools.
And then you have something that actually differentiates your product from the real steel version is you were forced to implement a safety, right?
Correct.
So how does that work?
That's pretty easy at this point. You just can push it backwards and now the trigger is locked.
So there you have it, the 629, the Smith & Wesson Classic. Well, maybe even my all-time favorite revolver, as I'm a big fan of 90 action movies. As I pointed out earlier, we have the chrome finish, we have all the markings, we have rubber grips, we have the integrated tool to pierce the CO2 capsules, we have adjustable sights, and we have badass, stunning looks, I might say. Dom, thank you for guiding us through the action world of UMAREX, showing us all the products. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you, Moritz.